Hello and welcome to Saturday. Now, sometime during this week, I forget which exact day, I decided it was finally time to do something that literally took a couple seconds and would probably have saved me hours. So, you're probably aware that I do have enterprise grade servers just sitting in my room because I like to mess around with computers. And one of the things that is, kind of essential for a home environment is to run these at a kind of reasonable fan speed so you don't have a bunch of noise. And you can do that through sending commands to the server, obviously. But the thing is, if I'm recording something or, trying to have some semblance of peace, I need to spin the fans down from what I normally keep them at, which is about 20% of their full power versus 10%, which is what they're sitting at now. 10% is very low, and it does lead to some heat buildup, while 20% is pretty reasonable, and obviously decent for home environment, not too loud, but also enough airflow. And the thing is, the way I was doing that is by using my phone to remote, opening up a full terminal so I can type in commands. And then I realized there's an application on Android that I've been using for over a decade now called Tasker, which allows you to just essentially just write any kind of code or information or literally do anything on your phone. And through that, I can interface with other devices. There's a plugin, I believe it's called AutoTools or something else. Probably AutoTools. Let me just look it up real quick. It is called this one. Yes, AutoTools. A plugin that allows you to remotely connect to any server through SSH. I think we talked about this a couple days ago. And it's a wonderful, wonderful little application. So by doing that, I'm able to write a shortcut for that, and then put that shortcut on my home screen so that at will I can do this, and this, spin the fans up and down with just one button press. And that is much quicker than me going to my terminal application, logging into the server, and then typing out the command, which I already made into a script. So I instead of typing it out, I just pressed one button once I'm logged in. Well, two buttons. One to navigate to the program, and then enter to run it. And that took, more time, like a couple seconds versus a fraction of one. This led me to create a bunch of other shortcuts. I got this little Bluetooth kind of light switch kind of thing years ago, and somebody had written code for it that I can then leverage. That runs on any Linux machine, well, even any machine, but it uses Bluetooth, so I can connect to the switch via the same SSH protocol, and then route into a computer that's right off camera. The one that I used to run that little mirror, it's Bluetooth capable, so I just press this, and it might work immediately, might not. You might hear it, and things might go dark. It's a bit finicky, this, but yeah, it didn't work the first time, but hopefully it works the second time. Maybe not, maybe a third? Like I said, it's very finicky, but when it works, there you go, there it is. And then hopefully it should just turn back on right away. Yeah, cool. So that's again right on my home screen. And then the fourth button that I currently have turns on my computer. It's something that I've been doing for so long. It's called, the computers have a protocol built into them called Wake on LAN, and it's very easy to do. Again, I think it might go through this one. I can't remember actually if it it might go through the same server here, or it could go through Yeah, it does go through the same server. So yeah, the same server that controls the Bluetooth also sends it's called a magic packet, and it just sends that to my computer. It's like, hey, once the computer hears, like, it's always listening, it's always on, but like once it receives that little bit of information, it knows to just turn on, and then from there, it takes less than a minute for it to turn on. But if I'm in bed or waking up or like around the house and figuring, oh, it's time to go to my computer, I would just press this button, and within a couple seconds, you might have seen the light blink for a split second. That was my computer turning on, and by the time I finish recording this and just press this button, I can immediately go to my computer, offload the footage, and just start editing, which is what I might do. It's just nice having all these conveniences at my fingertips, and it saves so much time when you really think about it, right? Technology is great, and just being able to leverage it in such a way that is a lot more helpful and usable and as simple as a button press. It's great, and I can't be happier. There's a couple other things that I could do that are also single button press, but I think we'll have to hold off on that until there's a absolute need. But again, you can do a bunch of stuff. There's with the same app Tasker, I have the same technology that's in your credit cards that you scan to tap to pay. I have the same one of those chips. It's called an NFC tag or NFC chip in my car. That's right on my what do you call it? The mirror that you bring down. It's there's a tag right there, so that when I press my phone up against it with the NFC reader, I believe it's somewhere here. But when I press my phone up against it, it immediately launches Google Maps and just sets directions to home, which is, again, incredibly helpful. Like super easy, something that I've been using for years and years. There's other shortcuts that I've been doing that I don't remember off the top of my head. I remember back in college, a good one was to just location and like the Wi-Fi settings. Phones have gotten so efficient that a lot of these are not too important now. But one that I used to use, I'm not sure. Yeah, used to use was just turning on the VPN settings on my phone. It literally like 1-2 taps, but I minimized it down to 1 for whatever reason. So micro efficiencies, but they all add up, and these will definitely save me a bunch of time in the long run. So it's good to have done it. With that said, that's what I'm going to call it here for today. So thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow, and until then, later.